thanks for watching. This is Tina with You Made That. Today I'm going to use the Build-A-House die set from Lawn Fawn. It also has this gingerbread house add-on, so I got that one too. That's for a later video. And today we're going to use this one, the beach house add-on. So you use the Build-A-House and then you use the add-ons with it. And you got to snip the dies apart with your little wire snip. So I did that, put them all on magnetic sheets. The Build-A-House is on the left and the add-ons are on the right. And I had fun die cutting gobs of house pieces so for future cards. There's the gingerbread, there's the beach house. We're only going to need this one today. So now I get to play and build the house. And I'm going to use my Nuvo Deluxe liquid glue. There are pictures and of course videos on how to build it and where the pieces go. And of course you got to be creative too. Here's the door. There's a little scored fold button or line on it that you can open the door with. I decided I needed white shutters. I die cut the shutters in blue. I don't know why. So I'm going to go back to my die cutting machine later and die cut them in white. But otherwise, I'm just putting things where they need to go, and if I need something different, I'll just die cut more pieces later. Here's a little surfboard. I had fun putting the colors together too and deciding what I wanted. And there's even a little fence. So my Stampin' Up! Pickup tool was very helpful with these tiny bits, and it would stick to everything. There's a little life preserver that can go on the door. So I'm putting that together. And then I remembered, wait, it's easier if you put the glue on the surface you want to attach the little bit to rather than put the glue on the little bit. So I'd forgotten that. So that's what I do. It's a little bit easier. Then you just pick up the little piece and place it on there. The lights are on in this beach house, so I die cut some yellow cardstock to put behind. And now I'm just getting rid of the little glue bits that kind of ooze through. The glue dries clear, but I was just getting rid of some of it, the excess. You can put the door in the middle, you can put the door on the side. You can have one window, you can have two. It's really fun to create and just kind of whatever you want. So I decided to put it in the middle. And there's some pieces in the die that, you know, you might not use with this card, and that's okay too. As I'm putting the door on, I'm saying, it's kind of a lot of dark blue. I'm going to have to do something about that. Yeah, I was kind of looking at the picture on the back of the die set to say, okay, where do I want to put these? And again, Lawn Fawn has done some tutorials on how to build this house. Decided I needed a white roof. And again, I think the roof piece was part of the Build-A-House, the main set, and because this was the beach house add-on and it had different pieces. So I just die cut the whole door out of white and decided I wanted the door to be white. and not the frame around it. So just glue that on. Then I'm thinking, okay, that is going to blend right into the door. So I could have either cut it again, die cut it again, or I just took my alcohol marker, my gray, and just colored that in. So that works too. Now it'll pop a little bit more on that white door. Okay, I wasn't going to make just a basic card. I wanted to make a pop-up platform card. So I'm using my Lawn Fawn Pop-Up Platform dies and folding these pieces together. I want it to be brown, kind of like sand for the card base for the pop-up. And I've made enough of these that I already know how to put them together. So you fold, you glue, you place, and these are really fun to build. You can use adhesive, tape adhesive glue. I like to use a liquid glue. It's really strong. You do want a strong glue. And I think my brown was, I don't know. I think it was just in my stash. It didn't have a name on it. You put the third T piece right there. Now it's all coming together. And again, Lawn Fawn has videos how to put these pieces together too. This really isn't a tutorial for that. You can see my little critters off to the left. All right, so whenever you make this kind of interactive card, you test it a few times, make sure it works, then you're good to go. I already colored these guys off camera. They were, oh boy, I don't remember. I will have to put the link to who those little critters are. It's escaping me if it's Mama Elephant stamps or Hello Bluebird. So I'll put that in the description. Now I'm using the dark brown to make like the little mounds of sand. This came with the platform pop-up die set. All right, we're ready to go. Putting everything together. I want the house in the back because I want it to be kind of in the distance so my bear doesn't look too big for it. And I'm just kind of figuring out where everything's going to go. And there might be some pieces I don't end up using. Again, test your mechanism several times just to see how it's going to work. I decided I wanted some sand on the outside, so I'm just getting my brown alcohol markers together and just making dots of different color brown. Just a little touch that I didn't mind doing. Sometimes I really like doing these little tedious things. I don't know. Some people would be like, are you crazy? But I don't mind doing it. It's fun for me. Now gluing it all together. And those little reverse tweezers really help with things like this. And I decided it was kind of floppy, so I cut another one just out of white cardstock just to make it a little more secure, and I did the sand too. Little bear is digging in the sand. And again, you want to test it often to make sure nothing's going to, impede the pop-up feature. And then I use that little anchor in a little dirt mound or sand mound. So maybe the bear has already uncovered that anchor and he's looking for more treasure. I don't know. So you can make up little stories for your cards and kind of what everybody's doing. They might go surfing later with that surfboard. I don't know. There's the little flag, and I wanted that to go on top of the castle, so I cut a piece of strong acetate. It's also Lawn Fawn, and I just glued the flag to the top of it. And then I'm going to use liquid glue. Tape would have probably been better, adhesive, but that's okay. So I'm going to pick that that acetate up, and I just put it on the top of that. Let it dry. Okay, so now I looked at a different stamp set to pick. Wishing you an amazing day. I use this sentiment a lot. I really like it, and I love the font. There's a Lawn Fawn set that I'm going to pull some fish from for the sides. And the pop-up platform die set has these little panels that you can die cut the sides and then decorate the sides with. So that all comes with the die set. I'm using Lawn Fawn Jet Black ink because I know I'm going to color these with alcohol markers. And I already did that off camera, so now I'm just putting them where I want them based on what color I colored them. This little white rectangle in the back, that can be for your sentiment or your little message for the recipient. Making sure everything works. Yay! And one more mound. The bear was kind of floating, so I was like, no, got to do one more. He needs to be on some little sand. So I cut that out as my finishing touch. And there it is, my beach scene platform pop-up card. Thanks for watching.